Welcome back to another video. It has been I guess 11 months, almost 12 months since I did a hunting video. My son decided to be nice and let me borrow my truck, and I am in Missouri on a relaxation trip with hopefully a little bit of hunting on the side, because the way this weather is looking, look, last year I came here, I uploaded all, I recorded a bunch of video, and by the time I was done, I didn't air none of it. It was not the best video. I know I wouldn't have wanted to watch it, so I never uploaded it. Came back to the same place. This is a public area, Mingo management area in Missouri. We call them conservation areas. We call them wildlife management areas. I don't know what the difference is, but I've hunted here for years, and I have seen deer every time. I won't say every time I've hunted, but at least daily I've seen deer. So yeah, like every time I've hunted, either morning or evening, I've seen deer, I can tell you. However, this area is bow hunting only, so the deer can get pretty decent in size because it's bow hunting only. You know, while you're driving around, you gotta definitely be looking around, because you never know what you're gonna see. I'm telling you, I've seen some deer in this mansion area that rivaled what I saw when I went on my Texas hunt. Not maybe the quantity of deer, but I've seen some very nice rack deer jumping around this mansion area. I remember when we first came here years ago for the first time. That's got to be at least, I would say, at least 12, 13 years ago, the first time I came here, before the hogs really kind of started getting in here. I thought I was on a safari. You riding around and you just see deer just jumping around everywhere. It was crazy. Turkey, all kinds of stuff. A couple of years ago, they kind of let their hogs, they didn't let nobody shoot them. And I even told one of the biologists I saw out here, the enforcement guys, one time, I said, look, I'm from Louisiana. If y'all don't let people start killing these hogs now, it's gonna be bad. And it started getting bad, and eventually they allowed it, and then they actually started doing some hunting by helicopters to clear some of this up. The farmers has really kind of kicked it off for them. The farmers really started getting on them, saying, y'all got to do something about these hogs. So you watched your deer population kind of go down, or at least you didn't see the deer you used to see. You start seeing hogs. Now, a couple of years later, after that management, you're starting to see those deer again. That population has gone up, and knock on wood, the last 2 or 3 years I've hunted back here, I've never seen hogs anymore. So I'm not trying to hunt hogs, because I can throw a rock in Louisiana and hit 5 hogs in the woods if I want to. So hopefully we can do a more successful hunt. I've seemed to have learned a little more about recording and editing since that last year's video. That last year's video I did was my first hunting video, and I said when I come back I'm gonna have all this expensive video equipment. Nah, I'm too busy trying to build a computer at my house and crypto stuff. So, you know, for those who came from my other channel, this is what this channel's for: outdoors, fishing, hunting, and some ham radio stuff. I'll be doing some ham radio stuff while I'm here too, hitting these parks and stuff in between. I'm gonna tell you, I just don't know what's gonna happen with the weather. The weather this week is supposed to be downright horrible. I'm really contemplating canceling this week and coming back next week, but I had some stuff going on next week that I really couldn't get rescheduled. So today is Friday. Just made it up here, checked into the cabin I'm staying in, immediately got dressed. I'm not really trying to sit hunt today. I really would like to. There's 2 or 3 spots I always like to hunt here. I'm hoping I have enough daylight. It's 3 o'clock. I'm hoping I have enough daylight that I can kind of go scout at least 2 places to give me an idea on where to go tomorrow morning. Make sure nothing's really changed. 2 spots that I've always kind of repeatedly hunted because it's far enough back in the woods that some of these people don't go that far back, and I've always seen sign. Last year I had a great look, at least like an 8-point, if not bigger, deer on camera. Of course, the one morning I did not hunt back here. That was last year. That was in the middle of the rut. That deer could have came from anywhere. So, but I'm planning on trying to stick a camera back there again. I'm hoping I see some good rubs. I'm still hoping I can find a scrape or two. Try to hang something kind of close to that. There are some pickup trucks back here. So, in the last year or year before that when I hunted, I remember driving around here and not even seeing a truck. And I passed up 4 of them already. So people back here hunting again. It's funny how when you talk to locals and the locals find out you're not from here and you're talking to a local in a local deli or a restaurant or something, they tell you, oh, there's no deer back there no more. Them hogs ran them all out. You don't waste your time going back there. You need to go hunt way over here. And but yet they're back here. So hunting. So that's kind of peculiar. But anyway, so I'm hoping the weather doesn't mess us up too bad. It's supposed to be downright downpours. Today I said today's Friday. Tomorrow it's supposed to be kind of cool in the morning, still in the 40s or 50s, but then it's going to gradually warm up. I want to say like Sunday, Monday, Tuesday it's supposed to rain. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I did order one of those tired weed blondes. If y'all have seen one of those, that's supposed to be coming in. I'm hoping tomorrow. If that can come in, I'm gonna go set that thing up in the woods, spray some waterproof stuff on the top of it, and I'm planning on hunting that while it's raining. You know, I didn't come up here to sleep. I came up here to hunt. We don't have deer like this in Louisiana, but you know, I'm not gonna go too crazy because I got that lease now in Mississippi also that I'm gonna hunt with my son. So there'll be some videos coming for that also. So I know I'm rambling on, just trying to give some people some background of what this is. You know, in Missouri, I like Missouri. You know, it's not Iowa hunting, but yet I don't have to worry about waiting 2 or 3 years to pull a tag either. The license you get for out of state, a non-resident license in Missouri, gives me 1 buck tag and 1 doe tag for bow season, and then after you use those, you can even go buy another doe tag for like $25 or something like that, unless they changed it. It used to be also that you also got a turkey license for bow hunting with this package you bought, and they got rid of that. So I'm sure this will be the first year I see turkeys coming up to me, but you know, I'm not really here for that anyway. You know, looking at the woods, it looks like it's cleared out a little bit. You know, I was worried that there wasn't really any cold snaps and how thick some of these woods were going to be. I mean, it's a little thick, but nothing bad. I don't know what kind of green we're going to find. We got to find some water sources. It did rain here last night. A very bad rainstorm kind of came through. If y'all remember when y'all watched this video of the Halloween 2024, they had some nice line of storms. I know my dad's hunting in New Mexico killed the elk, very nice size elk, and they got some good snow from that storm, and that came through, pushed a little bit of rain into Louisiana, but we need it. In Mississippi, we hunted those. I mean, they planted their food plots and have not gotten any rain at all. So, and that was 3 or 4 weeks ago. Have not gotten any rain since. So they got some good rain last night. Hope it didn't wash that seed away, but they got some good rain last night. This place got some good rain last night. It does still look very, very dry though when you're driving around. But I know I was watching the radar last night in anticipation, and they got some rain here last night. So, hey, that's a good thing. There's another truck right here. They got some people back here, but so I'm hoping that softened the woods a little bit. I'll be able to creep around a little bit. You know, I am fat. I've been trying to walk, been making sure I do, you know, almost 2 miles every night, trying to get my 10,000 steps in, because I know when I walk through this woods, walking ain't gonna kill me, but when I'm carrying stuff in and out of here, my blind, if I'm gonna take a tree climber stand or whatever you want to call it, tree climber, or if I try to bring this tent thing in here, that's when I usually get winded. It's gonna be bad. So, all right, well, we come up to our parking area right here. So hopefully some of y'all stick around for this video, and I don't know how long it's going to be because, like I said, I got 5 days of hunting, and hopefully I don't need to hunt all 5 days. I'll tell you, I got 1 buck tag. Hey, I wouldn't be upset if I walk back here now and some drunk, blonde, deaf buck, 8-point buck, came on top of me. And I took him out. I wouldn't be that disappointed. So we'll see how everything goes. But all right, let's get in the woods. It just jumped up a little spike, small spike. It was bedded up in this. I don't know if you can even see it in the camera. But there's some thick stuff where that off tree or something fell down. But we're still hunting a ways back. So ran across 2 nice brand new rubs on trees, but those are very small trees. I know they said that you're not supposed to be able to, you can't really tell the size of a deer from a rub, but these are little sapling trees, so they were very fresh, look like the last day or 2 or 3. Very fresh rubs, so might be kind of early pre-rut still, but we'll keep on going. That's another fresh one, really fresh. A little bit bigger than the last couple of ones we saw. You know what's weird is, I have, basically for the last 3 years, on the HuntWise app, every time I run across a rub like this, I will mark it and put the year. The 3 rubs that I came across so far, this is all 100, over 100 yards probably. 3 rubs that came so far are within, no joke, 5 to 10 feet of where rubs were last year or the year before that. That's just crazy. Now, one thing I can tell you I have not found is a single scrape on the ground, but we did have all this rain last night, and I don't know if maybe leaves fell down, covered them up, and they haven't had a chance to come freshen them up yet, but we'll see. Keep on going. It's another fresh one. I'm gonna tell you, last year we came here for Halloween, and some of these rubs look, you know, week or 2, maybe even 3 weeks old. These rubs look very fresh, very new. I could still see the bark of the tree on the ground right there. So I got a game camera set up right there. That's some of that thick stuff. This whole rub line goes straight right across this, and I have a tree marked on the other side of this little hill that we're on. And you got another big rub over there. You can see it. So they're coming through here. Just need them to come through here tomorrow morning. Tell you what though, I still haven't found a scrape in the ground, but I'm still thinking some of that might be from all that rain and wind we got last night, knocking these leaves down. If they haven't been through here to freshen them up yet, I don't know. We'll see. I gotta tell you, I was watching for the 8-hour trip up here. Been watching hunting videos, and they talk about how these bucks will leave rubs on right on the outside of the bedding area. Well, you can see how thick this is in here. Bunch of little sapling trees or willows, what you want to call them. And I couldn't walk through there if I had to. But you look at what's right here. And again, it's probably a small buck because it's a very small tree, but that one actually goes pretty high. And they got another one that's over there. So he definitely got some activity coming through here. So you can see the paths. I don't know if y'all can see it, but where there's deer coming through here. And again, you also got this water source right here. This ditch that comes through here. Now, years ago, the reason I found this spot is because the road is actually over here that passes through here. And I saw a gigantic buck standing right here by this water. But probably a little further down. And that's when I started hunting back here. Most people are not walking back this far. I'm gonna have to figure out what the measurement is, but y'all can hear I'm out of breath. But we're probably another 200 yards from where told you I set that camera up, walking further into the woods. All right, let's keep going. I got this pond right here, and it's not really that much water. You know, way further down this way is where that ditch was that we saw, and this pond just ends right there. And right on the backside of that is all kinds of paths going in and out, little trails. But this one right here looks like a freaking highway. That's crazy. You can see right here where something was bedding down. The only thing I gotta figure out is if this is restricted or not, because you can't even walk on the other side of this weed patch, whatever it is. If you see where that green line is over there, that's a road, but you cannot walk on that road. Don't ask me how I know, because with my luck, 5-6 years ago, I was walking down that road coming out, and a game warden saw me. He was cool about it, but he said you can't even walk on the road. I know you couldn't hunt it, but it's so restricted you can't even walk on the road. So I think everything from this levee, this little levee beam berm that we own right here, this way is legal. So I gotta go figure that out. But this looks really good. I've never really walked the backside of this. I'm kind of glad I did, because there's a lot of little rubs and stuff like that. And who knows? We'll see. All right, so I had a little bit of daylight left. And on the way out, I remember they had this old lock-on stand that's on this tree. It's been here for years. It's definitely not OSHA approved, but I retied some of the straps on it. So there's nothing but acorns all through here, and they're open feed and got fresh tracks. So I said, why not? I figured I'll give it a chance and see what, and actually right behind us is where that's where that little pond was. So this is where that path's coming through right here. Little bitty buck. Not really little bitty. Can't see. All right, so it's Saturday morning, and we had a temperature drop that I was not expecting, that was not on the weather, any of the weather websites. It's 42 degrees out here, and I didn't even bring a decent jacket, to be honest with you. It was supposed to be much warmer than this. It's supposed to be lows of the mid 50s and then into the 70s later. So I layered up with a bunch of clothes I had. I feel like the Michelin man right now, but we're gonna head out to our spot, see what happens.
Duck hunting for the youth hunt, and you're gonna hear from Stephen Monster Marlin, second. Me and Jared Jones accompanied us on a couple of hunts. We went quail hunting, but this week featured on a Tigers in the Wild episode of Bayou.
We just saw 4 deer feeding in the field to the left. I took a picture of it, if I can remember to post it up on here. And tell you what, another thing, I guess kind of radio related, is New Orleans has 8:70 a.m. and I've always heard the stories about how far it gets out at night because they allow more power at night. This is the hunting and fishing show out of New Orleans on 8:70 a.m. Don Dubuque. When I used to work nights or into shift work, I would listen to him all the time. And the fact that I can listen to him crystal clear right now And I think I looked at it, we 650 miles from New Orleans in the woods, and I can hear him. That's amazing. I think it's amazing. Some people might not find that crazy, but yeah. So I'll be honest with y'all, I'm riding around in circles out here. I have a good 40 minutes before first daylight still, so I got some time to figure out where I want to hunt at. I still don't know where I want to hunt. I don't want to hunt that where I had that camera out. I had a little spike on it overnight, but that's not what was making those rubs. So I'm gonna try to figure out where the hell I'm gonna go. We'll see. These raccoons who decided to start playing in this tree. Scared that little spike. Spike was still 70 yards out, so I wasn't going to play with him anyway, but I jumped the doe when I came in here. And we just saw the spike come through here, so at least we know they're on their feet, they're moving. Looks like somebody left the old stand right here. Been there for a while, that's for sure. Just to let y'all know, so I rattled with a rattle bag I got, and I was hunting 300 yards that way, and as my luck would have it, he came up right behind me. Just like everybody says, when you rattle, they're gonna try to come up behind you. I had a tree behind me, so I couldn't see, and when he came around that tree, he was probably 30 yards from me, maybe 40, and he blew like there was no tomorrow, and he was gone, brother. He was gone. So I figured it's 10 a.m. and I'm cold because I didn't bring no jacket because it wasn't supposed to be this cold. So I figured he's scared of anything around here anyway, but there is a good rub line on some trees back there. That's why I hunted that area. You can see what they've been feeding. There's acorns everywhere. Some eating, some not eating. You can see the tracks coming through here where those does are coming in. And, you know, this time of year where the does are, the bucks will eventually start coming in. So that's why I kind of hunted that spot. And if that's his rub line, I figure he's going to have to be back out the area and either come hunting again tomorrow morning. You know, I'm not going to come back this afternoon. I got another idea of where I go this afternoon. So I'm going to get some coffee and we'll figure out what I want for breakfast. Hopefully that's just the hardest decision I got today. But I got an idea for this evening. I got some friends that are hunting up the road. They went almost a mile into the woods, and they saw some does, and they came out here the same time I did, you know, right before first light this morning. So they've been out here for 3.5 hours. They've had 3 does underneath them, and that's it. So I think I'm about 400 yards into the woods. So If I get a chance, I'll show you on the map kind of where I went, just to kind of keep y'all updated, because I don't know what kind of other content to put on here since I don't have a lot of deer and stuff. So we'll see. Let me get out of here. It's Sunday. I did not hunt this morning because it was raining, and I saw another storm coming, but I didn't want to waste the whole day, so I decided to try to come in the woods. Of course, as soon as I get set up, it's raining. So I don't know what's going to happen. They say out here these deer move in the rain. So I found a tree, down tree, that's giving me a little bit of cover, so I'm not getting directly rained on. But if it gets any harder, I'm gonna have to pick up. So we'll see if these deer are moving or not. This is where I saw that big buck yesterday, but a little bit further in that way. I didn't want to go too far in case I gotta get back to my truck. I'm still a couple of 100 yards in, so we'll see what happens. Or if I just end up being soaking wet, which is probably what's gonna happen. So we'll see. I will say the positive thing about a raincoat is the mosquitoes can't get you right into the face. And I got my thermocell going, but apparently mosquitoes are starting to get immune to that. But I'm full on out. I'm not getting a tree climber with this rain like this in case I gotta get out quick, or no my luck, I'd slip down a tree. So ground hunting in this chair right here, got the raincoat on. One good thing is, you know, this rain's supposed to get rid of all your scent and stuff like that. So one weather report saying it's supposed to be like this tomorrow morning. Another one says it's supposed to clear up about 2 or 3 a.m. So I'm gonna try to hunt this out until I got another hour before evening time comes. You know, get the hour, that time change that came through here. And try to wait out another hour. I ain't got nowhere else to be. None of the restaurants in town are open at night, so ain't like I gotta go eat anywhere. So we're gonna sit here. As long as it doesn't get any worse than this, and looking at the radar, this should be the worst of it. And then it should go back to a very light sprinkle after this. So I'm hoping when that light sprinkle comes in, real light green on the radar, maybe we'll see some deer moving. So I'm already back here. There's no reason to leave now, unless it gets really bad for some reason, but we'll see. I'm trying to find a way to cross this little slough that's right here. Turn my light on, they got a doe right here. 5 yards in front of me, 10 yards in front of me. Been seeing a doe all evening. And the way they got water back there. I used to hunt this a while back. I'm talking like 2 or 3 years ago. There was a beaver dam that crossed, that built this up. And there was some very good hunting back here. This is an area that nobody can get to because it's waterlocked. And trying to find a way that I could possibly cross it. It would not be easy. I probably wouldn't want to do it in the morning. This would probably be an afternoon hunt. But I thought it was cool that I got a doe right here in front of me when I'm out there sitting in the water. I mean, sitting in the rain. Not that I would shoot a doe, but always something. Y'all can see it, but they got a bunch of turkeys all the way in the back of this field. And I was looking at this field on the map. It's one place I hunted years and years ago, saw some sign, but never really been successful. But I'm thinking about hunting it if this rain can hold up. Today is Monday. Did not hunt this morning. It was storming. You can see the clouds are still ominous. I don't know what it's going to do. You look at one weather site, it says it's supposed to clear up. Another website says it's gonna keep raining, so play it by ear. All right, so we're behind that field that we talked about. We saw a nice rub over there. Came about 300 yards in, I think, and run a little bit late, so I didn't want to go too far. So I decided just to find a spot right here. There's an old stand right kind of next to me, which tells me at some point somebody was hunting this side. And I know they got vehicles that park on the other side of this stretch of this little square we're in. But I guess nobody wants to walk across this field. But there's a lot of tracks coming in. Not a lot of bucks on, other than that one rub. But I figure this is in good places in. At least the rain stopped. We're in the woods. It is 78 degrees. I have 2 thermocells going on both sides of me. And mosquitoes are still coming around. That's how bad the mosquitoes are. But hey, you know, I'm the idiot that finds a swamp in Missouri to go hunting. So depending on what it looks like, I got a buddy that keeps asking me to go to another management area. I don't know if I want to take that rod so early in the morning. It's about an hour away from here. They got that other management area that I went to last year. That's about a 30-minute ride. Again, I don't know if I want to take that ride. That means I have to wake up at like 3:30 in the morning. I don't know about all that. So play it by ear. Definitely will probably do that tomorrow afternoon. I did get my Tide We stand in. That's the 270-degree see-through type of blind. And I don't know if I really want to pull that thing out. I bought it because I knew it was going to rain, but you know, we'll see what the rain forecast looks like. Supposed to rain all day tomorrow, but I want to get some hunting in, so I might just pull it out and hunt in that. We'll see. All right, so we didn't see nothing but mosquitoes. It was very windy, if y'all can see that. I don't know if y'all can even see that on the side of the road. But talking to my buddy who's hunting in that other refuge, he did not see anything either. About 20-30 minutes before it got too dark, he did see one little spike that was going bed down, which normally these deer are starting to get up to go feed. So I think this heat being 78 degrees, I mean, it's dark and it's still 73 right now. See that or not? But anyway. So what we got? 2-3 days left. The weather is supposed to be raining again tomorrow, but I don't see anything on radar, so I don't know where that's coming from. Hopefully it doesn't come through. I gotta tell you, I slept in this morning and yesterday morning because it was raining. If it's even sprinkling, I'm getting up to go hunting because I just can't keep sleeping away like this. I'm wasting too much time. Impossible. So I don't know what I'm gonna do, where I'm gonna go. You know, I really want to go back to where I had that buck come back in that came up behind me the first morning actual hunt that we had. But that's where I hunted yesterday evening, and I kind of wanted to give it a rest. It is during the week here, so there's been nobody that rode through this refuge earlier today and just now, and there's not a single truck parked back here anymore. You know, somebody could have hunted this evening and left, but usually, you know, you still see somebody sticking it out late because he went far back. But haven't seen anybody yet, haven't even seen a deer yet, which is very rare. Usually you'd see 1 or 2 deer, at least on the side of the road feeding in this green or something like that, and I have not seen anything. So, little raccoon, I can figure out how to aim this right. But we'll see what happens. I gotta go find a little washateria that's in town because, like I said, it's been 78 degrees and walking through all these woods, it's time to wash some hunting clothes. So that's my plans for this evening. Watch a little Monday Night Football, catch up on my crypto video that I usually do every Monday, and then go to bed and try to do it again tomorrow. Try to figure out where the hell I'm gonna hunt at. So we'll see. All right, so it's Tuesday morning. We have a horrible line of showers on its way. Storms, whatever you want to call it. There must be some kind of front coming through. And but I had to come in here and get this camera anyway that I put up. So I figured I had time. Got out here early this morning before first light and set up and gonna do a short hunt. I'm gonna do a hunt as long as the storm lets up, as long as it doesn't start raining. I'm getting eaten up by mosquitoes. I got 2 thermocells going again. It is 78 degrees. It is miserable. Well, since I walked all the way back here, I think this might be, I don't know, I don't even want to lie to you. So we are 700 yards from the truck right now. And that's going through a bunch of down trees, thickets, and all kind of stuff. So it's not a very easy walk, but I've always seen deer back here. I jumped up 2 deer when I came back here the other day. So I figured, what the hell? I can tell you, I got 1 deer on camera, a little spike from a couple of days ago, and that's the only action this camera has had. I think with this heat and with this wind and this rain, these deer are just bedded down. They're not moving. They might move a little bit to eat. And that's it. On the way in this morning, I saw 1 deer, which is rare. Usually you see more than that. So I don't know. I mean, these deer have to get up and feed at some point. I'm hoping they get up and feed. That storm's supposed to be through here in about 2 hours. I'm hoping before the storm they get up to feed a little bit so they can bed back down for the storm. You know, who knows? I know some people say these deer bed down first, and some people say these deer have to feed before they bed down. So we'll see what happens. And but I can tell you, it's supposed to rain all day today. Today's Tuesday. I'm leaving Thursday. They're calling for rain tomorrow now, and I'm gonna play it by ear. If it looks like it's gonna rain tomorrow, then this is probably my last hunt, and I'm gonna head home, go work on my computer that I'm building, or go to work and save vacation time for hunting another day. So I know I got this tropical storm coming into Louisiana, which is going to be Friday, which I'll probably have to be at work Friday. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll play it all by ear. And just in case you needed to know, it's raining again. So, hey, we had a hunt between 6 and 8:30 this morning. A little after 8:30 right now. So I don't know what this evening's gonna bring. Tomorrow looks like it's supposed to be better, and hunt-wise has 99% activity for deer tomorrow morning. So that might twist my arm to stay another day. Honestly, it's gonna be how I take it throughout the day. If I get aggravated with anything or something, if I start hearing stuff from maybe the storm or something like that, I definitely have to be home for Thursday. So I'm thinking about making a morning hunt tomorrow and then leaving after that if I don't kill anything. But we'll see how the day goes. But I can tell you right now, getting soaking wet every hunt, coming back with 1,000 mosquito bites all over my back and my neck and arms and stuff like that. Even with the thermocells, that's getting old quick. I could do that in Louisiana. Go sit in the woods and not see deer and get eaten up by mosquitoes. That's not what I've come here for. This is probably one of the worst hunting trips I've had here. This is the 3rd hunting trip, if you want to call it, into the woods where I did not see a single deer. I can tell you, in the past hunting here, every single time I would see at least 1 deer, whether it was just a doe or a spike or something like that. And I think this 78 degrees with this wind, these deer ain't moving. I'm the only idiot in the woods. So we'll see what happens this evening. And I don't know, play it all by ear. All right, good morning, everybody. It is, I think it's Wednesday. I was up all night watching election results past midnight for some stupid reason, because I knew the votes wouldn't be finished by now. But this is gonna be our last hunt unless something spectacular happens. Tomorrow's Thursday. We have the hurricane coming to Louisiana, so I had some assignments to take care of Friday night, and that got moved to Thursday evening. So I'd like to be back for that, for overtime. And I'm sick of coming hunting and not seeing anything. It's gonna be warm. It is in the 60s right now, I think. And now tomorrow is supposed to be beautiful, of course. It'll be 49 degrees. But I'm back in that spot where I saw that buck that came up behind me. Moved a little bit from where I think he was coming from. And we'll see what happens. But most likely this is gonna be our last hunt. And we'll see how it goes.